time I got there, and she said, "Oh, if I don't come this Sunday, she won't buy for me again." I said, "Hey." So that Sunday, just to please her, I decided to follow her. And I realized the Royal House class is just closed.
Yeah.
I can't even walk. Sorry. So
that's okay.
That Sunday, I went with her. And the first day I got there, they preached about apprenticeship. If you want to become great, you have to be a servant. I was touched. And after, the preacher lady said, if you want to become an apprentice, come forward. Then I went forward. They laid hand on her ass, and I said, after they said, from now going, we are ushers. I'm like, hey, it's because of my customer. Ushers, I say. I can't be an usher. So the woman said, our ushering job starts right after church. Hey! And you see, Royal House, if you know, Royal House is like a DB church. Yeah. So that day, they asked her to pack the church. And the woman, I think she could see the way I'm carrying the church plenty. She realized, oh, I'll be a good tool for that. So I think she spotted, she said, oh, she took my number that every Saturday they do cleaning, so I should come. The way I was sweeping around and picking. I wasn't mind picking with my hands and all that. So, and that is something people will know. Mm-hmm. She realized, no, this lady, I need everybody to see you. So she took my number. That Saturday, she called me. And I said, oh, I'm selling. She said, oh, no problem. I should finish everything. Then after, I would come. So I went. Afterwards, then I started helping her to clean. And so she took interest in my case. And every day she would encourage me to come to church and all that. So through that, I think they had youth program called WMG, World Movers Generation. So it's a camp that they used to attend at Legon. Every year, so that time, I think the first year I attended the church, I didn't join the camp. It was the following year. And they were sharing testimony of how people's lives were transformed, how people went to the camp and they were never the same again. As at that time, I was in 3rd year entering 4th year. I did 4 years in SHS.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, so I said, oh, if that's the case, then I would want to attend the camp some because I also want a turnaround because I'm suffering too much. And around that time, I was depressed because anytime I come, if I come today, the following day, and sometimes you see your colleagues too on the streets. Even though I'll give them some of the sugar cane, they will chew, but when they go to school, they'll go and tell people that I saw sugar cane. And it got a time, I didn't feel belong in school because they felt... It's not really cool when you are in school and people know what you do at home.
And it's easy.
Yes. So I think I wasn't cool with it. Yeah.
So you didn't want to go to school again? You wanted to quit school because of that?
I think after that time, I was feeling suicidal. I just wanted to end it because I didn't see any hope. There was no hope. I never, for one day, thought I would become something good would even come out of me. I thought my life would end on the street. And when I was on the street, because nobody has been to SHS, the aim was to be able to go to SHS. Complete. So, and maybe after marry. But it wasn't even easy with the SHS. So I went to the camp and there was this lady who came to share testimony that, oh, she used to have dreams every year and the dreams were same. So every year she would have the same dream. And she had a friend in Royal House. The friend would always invite her to church, but she wouldn't come. But that particular camp, the friend came to her house to pick her things and brought to the camp with her. And her mother said she left on Thursday morning to the camp, Friday night to Saturday. The mother said she heard a very loud sound in her room, and when she went, her ceiling fan has come down and divided her mattress into two. So it means that when she didn't, if she was there, she should have been killed. And there was this dream I also used to have every year. So I didn't understand mine. So I think after church, I wanted to go and talk to my pastor about it, but I realized it wasn't like that. You have to, I think, see the people around him for them to, for them to give you permission and all that. So I was directed to go and see Mama Rita. Then I spoke to her about the dream. She said, oh, it's no good. After that time, we were asked to come and do stay in. So they had given us 2 weeks. And I sold Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and gathered the money. So that was the money I used to register for the camp And because I was an usher, we were asked to buy Royal House t-shirts. So I used some of the money for the t-shirt. Yes. So I was left with just 1 week to come and sell and go back to school because we are going to do staying. I don't know if your time they were doing. When you're getting to final year vacation, you don't spend everything at home.
Yeah.
There are times you have to. So I was left with just 1 week. After telling Marita my story, she said she would assign me to a pastor who would pray with me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I said, will it be an evening something? He said, oh no, day from like 8. And I said, oh no, it can't be possible. He said, tell your mother it is important. And I said, I don't stay with my mother. He said, tell your auntie. I said, I do. He said, so who do you stay with? I said, alone. He said, how? And I narrated my story. She was in tears and she hugged me. And that day, I felt like I was also a human being. Like I've never felt that way.
Nobody had hugged you before?
Nobody. So she said I should attend the prayer meeting after. She would ask them to bring me home. So, and according to her, she had even decided that she was going to inquire about me after the camp because she realized I was one of the ushers that always stay behind, make sure the whole auditorium is clean. And that she would always see me sweeping everywhere, arranging chairs. So she has even taken notice of me. So after the camp, she was going to inquire, who am I about me? And said, oh, so she said, then I should come to her house after the prayers. After the prayer, I was taken to her house. She served me on dining table.
First time.
First time that I was eating on dining table. I was so happy that someone at least recognized that I'm a human being. And after she asked someone to bring some jute bag, one, the person brought another one. So I thought maybe the first one, the person placed the first one by my side and the second one at the other side. So after she said, oh, this is my provisions, I was so excited. So the other one is part. I said, hey. When I went to open, he said, and after she gave me an envelope that I should take to school for the staying. After vacation, I should come and bring my school fees to them. She was going to put me on Royal House scholarship and all that. It's like, wow, this is God. I went cornflakes, Horlicks, Weetabix. Some of the things I have to ask my friends how to eat them and how to prepare them because I didn't even see before. I will only go to school with shito. They need to cry. I buy the one that they use margarine.
Because you were living alone.
Yes. I use the one that they use the margarine to fetch for you. Yes, I'll buy a bottle. They will put it inside.
So what secondary school did you attend?
St. Paul Senior High.
Okay.
At Crew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after my essay, after writing Wasi, I didn't get. I didn't get. You see, university they have regular students where government pays some of your fees. We have fee paying.
Yeah, fee paying.
In tech, there's a middle one. Paro students, those ones, the fees is not as low as the regular. It's not as high as the fee paying, but yours is a bit expensive. And according to my writer, you see, there are a lot of people on Royal House scholarship. So since I didn't get regular, I would have to look for either go back to SHS again or to apply again or wait for the following year. I told myself, no. So I went back to the street. I was selling. Then I came to tell her that I can raise half of the school fees. Is it possible she can top up? She said, okay.
Wow.
And she agreed.
So you were very determined that
yes, I
whatever
wanted
it is you need to finish
yeah.
that.
When I entered Royal House, it gave me a different perception. That being in SHS graduate shouldn't be the standard. Because in Royal House, small children, the English they could speak. After that, I couldn't even express myself, or there are certain words I couldn't mention. So because of that, I didn't feel fit in. Yes, but I didn't let those ones to break me. I saw that as inspiration for me to challenge myself. To better myself. So she agreed to pay, and every vacation I will come and sell, take my half to them. Then the church will also pay. She'll give me provisions. Then I'll go. So school, I was executive throughout because I realized, when you enter into politics on campus, at least they give you accommodation. And I've been a leader throughout my
the other side. Yes. So it was easy.
So it was easy for me. So I became an executive at Africa Hall. I was the welfare chair, and I became the judicial chairperson. So because of that, I wasn't paying for hall fee. And that was a bonus to me. On campus, I would do sausage kebab, sobulu, and
so it started from there, the marketing and
the marketing. They
business.
started when I was younger. My mother was a petty trader, so you sell cocoa, tomatoes, bread, like everything my mother finds, you go and sell. And I was my mother's favorite at that time because whenever she put anything on my head, I would go and sell income. My other sisters will go, they won't be able to make sales. But when I go, so I realized there's something about business that I needed to do. So after uni, even though I was working at the airport, they do shifts, so you have some off days. I felt, whilst I just come home and sleep with my off days, I can do something. So I decided to enroll myself in the baking school.